mini backpack. Could be used for multi-purpose, or could be used for as a coin purse, or to carry your USB drives, to carry your earphones, however you like. You could decorate it with beads or buttons. And the best part is it's like a keychain. You can hang it in your bags or your wallets. Carry it everywhere you go. You don't want to miss the most important things which you need to carry. It's very simple, very quick, and very easy to make. Could be used for multiple things, can be decorated as and how you like, could be used as a keychain, or you could make it in a little bigger size to use it as a small purse. So let's look at what we need. So to make this mini backpack, I'm taking cotton thread. This is not a yarn, it's a thread. As you might have noticed, the thread's really thin. I can show you the difference between a wool and a cotton thread. This is wool and it's a little thicker. You could use a wool to make this mini backpack. The only difference would be the size. But I'm going to be using cotton thread, and I'm going to use a size 2.5 mm crochet hook. A stitch marker, you could use a stitch marker or any other colored thread apart from the one you're using. Scissors, buttons or beads to make the lock for the bag. So let's make the bag. So to make the bag, we need to start with a magic circle or a magic loop. So if you remember, doing the slip knot is the same, but we are not going to tie off the knot. So wrap the yarn over your finger and over the first loop. Bring the first loop over the second, pull up the second, but do not pull completely. So we need this gap as a ring. It's not tied off, so pass your hook through this. You could either just wrap your hook as so, or I prefer to make a chain so that my hook is locked and the threads don't dance around. Okay, so once I've secured it, I'm gonna start off with row 1, and we are going to be making 8 single crochets into this loop. So go into the loop, drop the yarn, 2 loops on your hook, wrap the yarn and pull through 2. As 1, go into the loop, drop a yarn, 2 loops on your hook, wrap the yarn and pull through 2. Go into the loop, drop a yarn, 2 loops on your hook, wrap the yarn and pull through 2, 3. Go into the loop, draw up, wrap the yarn and pull through 2. Go into the loop, wrap the yarn and pull through 2. Go into the loop, wrap the yarn and pull through 2. So we need to make 8 single crochets. So once you're done with the single crochets, as you might see, we have this tail hanging out here. You just pull the tail tight, nice and tight, and your work will close. Okay, so now that's done. We are moving on to row 2. For this, let's take our stitch marker and place it right where we ended over here. Just hold on to it and hold on to this tail. We're going to work along the tail. So place a stitch marker at the starting point. If you feel a thread is getting in your way, you could use a hairpin or a mini safety pin and pin it at the starting point. Now it's going to be an increase. We made 8 single crochets and now we're going to make it 16. So it's going to be 2 single crochet in every single crochet. So as you might remember, these are the stitches, The V's which you see are the stitches. So we have 8 of them. To increase, we're going to put 2 in each and make it 16. So go into the first, drop a yarn, pull it through, 2 loops on your hook, wrap the yarn and pull through 2. So that's 1 single crochet. Go back into the same loop, drop a yarn, 2 loops on your hook, wrap the yarn and pull through 2. So that's 2 done. Go into the next, drop a loop, 2 loops on your hook, wrap the yarn and pull through 2. That's 3. Go into the same loop, drop a yarn, 2 loops on your hook and pull through both. That's 4. Go into the next and do 2 single crochets in each stitch all the way down, and you should have 16 single crochets when you reach your stitch marker. So do this 2 single crochet in every stitch all the way across. So finishing up, 2 double crochets in the last, 2 single crochets in the last and pull through 2. So I reached my 6 stitch marker and I have 16 single crochets. If you're not sure how many you have or you missed your count, just go back and count the V's on your work. You should have 16 single crochets. So moving the stitch marker up, moving on to row 3. So this is going to be an increase row. So we're going to do 1 single crochet in the first stitch and 2 single crochets in the next. So 1 single crochet and then 2. So we're going to increase our 16 single crochets to 24. So our first stitch will have 1 single crochet, go into the loop, drop a loop, 2 loops on your hook, wrap around and pull through 2. And our next stitch will have 2 single crochets. Go in, draw up, 2 loops, pull through 2. Go back in the same, draw up, 2 loops and pull through 2. And now to the next we'll have only 1 single crochet. Go in, draw up, pull through 2. And in the next we're going to have 2 single crochets. Go in, draw up, pull through 2, go back in the same, draw up and pull through 2. You can work the tail all the way to the end, or you could have just worked it for 1 row and then snip it off. I'm just working the tail all the way to the end. So go back into the next. That's going to be 1 single crochet, draw up and pull through 2. And it's going to be 2, go in, draw up, pull through 2, go back in the same, draw up and pull through 2. So this is your repeat pattern. So 1 single crochet and 2 single crochets in the next. So repeat this all the way across, and that'll be the end of row 3, where we should have 24 single crochets. So coming towards the end, go into the next, same 1 single crochet and into the last, go in, draw up, 2 loops, pull through 2, go back in the same, draw up and pull through 2. So that's the end of 24 single crochets. Put the stitch marker back and moving on to row 4. It's almost the same. We're doing an increase again. So it's going to be 1 single crochet in the first 2 and 1 or 2 single crochets in the third. So it's going to be go in to the next loop, draw up and make a single crochet, go into the next, draw up, make your single crochet, and into the third, go in, draw up, pull through 2, go back in the same, draw up and pull through 2. So doing 2 single crochets in the same stitch is called an increase. So we're going to do 2 single crochets separate and 1 increase. So go in, draw up, pull through 2, go into the next, draw up and pull through 2 and increase. Go in, draw up, pull through 2, go back in the same, draw up and pull through 2. So by the end of row 4 we should have 32 single crochets. So it's 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, and 2 single crochet increase. So do this all the way around, and I'll meet you towards the end. Okay, so coming to the end, I have 2 double crochets and then 1 increase. So go in, drop, pull through 2, go into the next, drop and pull through 2, and an increase. Go in, drop, pull through 2, go in, back in, drop and pull through 2. So bring your stitch marker up, and now row 5 is again an increase row, so it's 3 single crochets and 1 increase. So 3 solo single crochets and then 1 increase. So first go in, drop, pull through 2, go into the next, drop and pull through 2, go into the next, drop and pull through 2, and increase. Go in, drop, pull through 2, go back in the same, drop and pull through 2. So go in, drop, pull through 2, 1 single crochet, into the next, another single crochet, and into the next, 1 single crochet. After 3 single crochets, 1 increase. So go back in, drop, pull through 2, back in the same, drop and pull through 2. So this is your repeat pattern, 3 single crochets and 1 increase. So coming to the end, 3 single crochets and 1 increase. So go in, drop, pull through 2, into the next, drop, pull through 2, into the next, drop and pull through 2, and an increase. Go in, drop, pull through 2, back in the same, drop and pull through 2. By the end of the 5th row, we should have 40 single crochets. Moving on to row 6, we're just going to make 1 single crochet in each stitch all the way around. So we're just going to continue on with 40 single crochets. Bring the stitch marker up, 1 single crochet in every stitch all the way around for 40 single crochets. Repeat row 6 with 1 single crochet all the way around. Each stitch should have 1 single crochet in. So row 16 to row 18 is a repeat pattern. It's just 1 single crochet for 40 single crochets. So 1 single crochet in every stitch for row 6 until row 18. So we do this, and I'll meet you towards the end of row 18. So 1 single crochet in every stitch all the way for 40 stitches. As you finish, move the stitch marker up or down and keep working your rows. So I'm on row 8 right now, and you might notice that the work is starting to take a little shape. It's starting to boat in a little. So as you increase the height or as you move ahead in the rows, you will notice that it'll come into this form. So work your way all the way from row 6 to row 18. If you think the height is okay with row 18, you can stop there and continue the video. If not, if you want to increase your height, just do 1 single crochet all the way across to what height you require, and then continue the video. So do this for row 6 to row 18, 1 single crochet all the way around. So finishing off 18 rows, row 6 to row 18 of single crochets, we have this height. I added extra 2 rows just because I wanted a little bit extra height. So now moving on to row 19, bring a stitch marker back up, back to the position. We're going to make 3 single crochets. So go in, drop a loop, 2 loops on your hook, draw, pull through 2. Go into the next, drop a loop, 2 loops on your hook, wrap around and pull through 2. Go into the next, drop a loop, 2 loops on your hook, wrap around and pull through 2. So after making the 3 single crochets, we're going to chain 1, and we're going to skip the next space. We're going to skip this space and go into the next following one and make 3 single crochets in each. Go in, drop, pull through 2. Go into the next, drop, and pull through 2. Go back into the next, drop, and pull through 2. So after making these 3 single crochets, we're going to chain 1 again. So we started off with 3 single crochets, chain 1, leave a space, 3 single crochets, chain 1, and chain 1. And now we're going to leave the next space and move to the following one, and we are going to make 3 single crochets again. So skip the next and make 3 single crochets. 1, go in, drop, pull through 2. Go in, drop, and pull through 2. So that is 3 single crochets, chain 1, leave a space, 3 single crochets, chain 1, leave a space, 3 single crochets, chain 1, leave the next space and make 4 single crochets. So leave the space, go into the next, drop, pull through 2, go in, drop, pull through 2, go in, drop, pull through 2, into the next, drop, and pull through 2. So after making 4 single crochets, we're going to chain 1 again, skip a space and make 3 single crochets. Skip the space, go in, drop, pull through 2, go in, drop, pull through 2, go into the next, drop, and pull through 2. After 3 single crochets, chain 1, skip the next space, and now we're going to make 6 single crochets. So skip the space, go into the next, drop, pull through 2, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So 6 single crochets, chain 1, skip the next, and 3 single crochets. So skip 1 chain and make 3 single crochets. have our chain 1 spaces. So I see that these are the 2 closest ones. So I'm going to pass this through that hole, bring it out. So I have that here, and finding the next chain 1 space right here, I'm going to bring the string out again. Do this in every chain 1 space wherever you find it. Pass it through and bring it out. So get your strings equal on both the sides and just pull your string through. So for this string I just chained 51 chains. I made 51 chains and I slip stitch all the way down. So I have 51 chains and I did 51 slip stitches. You could use a ribbon or just any other string, but you could finish off the bag here if you like. Okay, so to make the flap, we're going to start off with the magic circle or the magic loop. So wrap the yarn over your finger, over the first loop, bring up the first over the second and pull the second, but not completely. Get yourself in position. Chain 1 to secure. And now we're going to do 8 single crochets into this circle. So go in, draw up, and 2 loops on your hook, pull through 2. Go back in, draw up, 2 loops on your hook, pull through 2. Go back in, draw up, 2 loops on your hook and pull through 2. Go in, draw up, 2 loops on your hook and pull through 2. So we're going to do 8 single crochets in this chain. In this loop. So once you're done with the 8 single crochets, grab the tail and pull it. Pull it nice and tight so it's closed. And now for the next row, we're going to make increases. So go into the first loop, first single crochet, and make 2 single crochets. So our increase is 2 single crochets in every stitch. So we have 8 single crochets in the first row, and now we're going to make it 16. So 2 single crochet in every stitch all the way across. So go into the first, draw up a loop, 2 loops on your hook, wrap around, pull through 2. Go back in the same, draw up, 2 loops, pull through 2. Go into the next, draw up, pull through 2. Go back, draw up, pull through 2. You can work your tail along so that it won't be disturbing. 2 single crochet in every stitch all the way across for this row. You could use a stitch marker, but I'm just keeping a count, so go ahead, place your stitch marker at the starting and make 16 single crochets across this row. So finishing off 16 single crochets and moving on to the next is also an increase. So we're going to do 1 single crochet in the first and 2 single crochet in the next. So get your stitch marker, place it 1 single crochet in the next, in the first stitch, and 2 single crochet in the next stitch. So it's 1 single crochet and 2 single crochet. So it's 1 single crochet and an increase, and you should have 24 single crochets by the end of this row. So coming to the end, 1 single crochet in the first and 2 single crochet in the next. Move your stitch marker up and we're going to make 6 slip stitches. So go into the next, draw up a loop and pull through. That's 1. Go in, draw up and pull through. 2. go in, drop, and pull through 3, go in, drop, and pull through 4, go in, drop, and pull through 5, go in, drop, and pull through 6. So 6 slip stitches done. Now we're going to do 2 single crochets in the next. Go in, drop, pull through 2, go in, drop, go in, drop, pull through 2, go into the next, drop, and pull through 2, and then increase, go in, drop, pull through 2, go back in the same, drop, and pull through 2. So repeat this again. Go in, drop, pull through 2, go into the next, drop, and pull through 2, and then increase, go in, drop, pull through 2, back in the same, and again, go in, drop, pull through 2, into the next, and an increase, go in, drop, pull through 2, back in the same. So we started off with a slip stitch all the way towards the loop, till the edge of the loop, we slip stitch, and we're going to do single crochet in this buttonhole, and then start off with a slip stitch again from the end, and finish off and snip off a big tail, because we're going to sew this into our bag. So we're going to sew this into the bag. If you remember, we started off with 6 slip stitches, which kind of gives us a flat base. And then, so place this flap over here on the edge, align it. You can either sew it or crochet it, as in how you like. So I'm going to go ahead and sew this, and we have our flap. So now we need to add this button. To add this button, you can mark the position in on where you want the button to be, where the flap's closing. So that's the point where I want the button to be, and sew in the button at its position. So here we have it. Cute little mini backpacks, all set to fancy up your wallets, your school bags, your purses, and to ease up your life a little bit. Very cute, very easy pattern. Do follow me in Instagram and on Facebook. I have a page. The links are in the description box below. Do let me know your views in the comment section. Do not forget to subscribe and like. And please do share as well. Thank you.